AI agents will completely change the way that we do SEO in 2025. So I found this platform here that has agents, right? So agents basically can go and do all of our work, step by step. It can go do this task, do this task, complete this task, right? So I wanted to show you a little bit about how this will actually work on this platform. So one of the things they have already is like a blog article generated template, right? This is on a platform called VectorShift. So they have all these pipelines, right, that you can edit and create yourself. There's also a marketplace where you can do all this stuff, right, so that you can set up your own chatbots and automations and then publish them to the web. But I'm more interested in SEO, right? So let's have a look at this one, for example. So this is the type of thing that we need to be thinking about as SEOs. So this will be kind of like an agent framework. I'm not completely 100% sure if this actually is an agent. I don't think it is. I think it's just an automation. And I'll get onto that a little bit later. But what you can see here is just, a node, right? So it's like based on the writing style and the example. So you put your example, right? So it's kind of like all these different workflows, right, that you need to get. These will be going behind the scenes, right? So you'll be kind of working on this type of stuff to try to get the best, blog content or whatever the task may be, right? So you can see here you've got the audience that you want to target, right? Or the topic that you want to do. So you'll just have all this set up, and then you go to another page, right, that you just put all of this content in, right? And then the AI, obviously the AI node, right, OpenAI can write the blog post for you and then publish it, right? And the cool thing here is you can use all these like data loaders, right? So you can use this as part of your research, right? Google search, you can add a knowledge base, right? So already just save all information about your company or something like this. But to be honest, this is quite technical stuff. So for me, I'm spending a bit of time, learning how to do stuff like this. But it's also important to just think about what we have available right now. So right now, it's actually more important to just use AI and automation. We don't really need an AI agent, right? Because the basics of SEO, for me anyway, and I've had more than 12 million people visit my own personal websites. And the reason that I got all those people to my website was publishing content, right? I spent like 90% of my time publishing content. I spend a little bit of time networking, trying to get backlinks and stuff like that, and other little things like web design and user experience, also important in SEO. And the plugins on WordPress, all that stuff as well takes time as well. But I spent 90% of my time was creating content, and now we have a way to automate that. So there's this tool here. I'll leave a link in the first comment down below, right? So we can set up a blog automation, right? So we can get articles like this, right? 7 best practices for writing LinkedIn posts that engage, right? So this is just an example post, right, that you can make, and you can just publish these every single day on a schedule, right? So the cool thing is you have an integration, right? So all the automations are already set up, right? So you can just send this to your website, right? So every day is just publishing and publishing, so you don't need to check in on this. Well, you do need to check in every now and then, obviously, to see if it's working correctly, but you don't need to spend the whole time writing and, clicking and sending it off to a VA to publish it or something like that. No, you can set up your blog automation, right? And just that's how SEO works. If you just keep publishing, you might have questions about, does AI content rank? I guarantee you it does, because I published one of these and it got thousands and thousands of page views, right? So I know that it definitely does work. You just need to have good quality content, right? And this tool, Journalist AI, gives you quality. You can see here, this is really good content, right? So it's like, you want to create LinkedIn posts that engage, right? And you can see this is exactly the stuff, right? The hook, the body, the conclusion, all the stuff. I didn't write any of this, right? I didn't touch this. I just put the keyword into Journalist AI, and it gave me all of this content, the images, the videos, the outbound links, everything that we need for SEO is right here. So you can just send this over to your integration. I generally just send it to draft, right? I don't set it to publish, so I can just have a quick look and go, okay, does this look okay? And I'm like, yeah, okay, this one looks good, publish. Or it's like, maybe I'm like, okay, this image isn't great, or this video doesn't suit, delete that. Often I'm more than ever, I'm just deleting stuff. In this case, didn't really need to delete anything, but sometimes, let's say there's more mistakes, right? So there might be 5 paragraphs here in the intro or something like that. I'm like, okay, it's too much fluff or whatever, so I try to get rid of some of this stuff, right? So I'll be like, okay, I'll delete that one and then I only have 4. Okay, but you can also use this just to rewrite. Just go up to this section here, right? So all you need to do is set up a workspace. You create your own workspace, and then you can use this for a certain website. What I recommend is using a workspace for each website or each client, right? So you can set up it all the way that you want it, because that's the thing, is like every website is a little bit different. Some websites might need stock photos, some it's okay to use AI generated images, some I have one website that I never used any images because it's all about text content, it's about writing, so I don't need any images, right? But you can see here that an image would be nice for this type of one. This stock footage in this case is a nice add-on to this article, right? And videos, I think, are super important now. Is just add people's videos, right? It will find a relevant video, right? And you can also publish this in different languages, right? So at the end, you'll get the option to just translate it to different languages and also upload that to your website if you want for free. So if you want to use this tool, I'll leave a link in the first comment down below. So back to the AI agents, it's basically, I think it's more of a 2026 thing, and that is when I think SEO will fundamentally change, right? I think it's kind of the user interfaces that people even use to get content will change, right? And it's going to be the early adopters first who use, some form of chatbot or voice search. I think that's the way it's going. So it's a lot about brand nowadays. So use this stuff to get your brand name out there. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that with my own personal brand as well. Other brands that I'm working with, I publish a lot, so I can just try to get my brand out there as much as I can in ChatGPT and these other search LLMs, right? So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and best of luck with your SEO this year.